Welcome. Getting prepped here. I hate YouTube Live, so I gave YouTube Live the worst camera ever. Microsoft. Billy Boy. Billy's a Microsoft. Oh dear. Okay.
He's the smooth talking, jive walking, banana eating, morning coffee drinking, your one and only, your maple messiah, the guy who told Elon Musk to buy Twitter. It's Adam Josh.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Morning Banana Show. My name is Adam Josh. That's what my mama named me. It's what it says on the business cards. Got the live stream going over here. The most terrible of the live streams for YouTube. I got no love for YouTube. And over here, right there, we're doing the actual MP4 high quality recording, which I will later reluctantly upload to YouTube as well. But as far as a live stream goes, if Twitter gave you an option to live stream from a PC, I would be live streaming from a PC over here. But right now, this is the way it is. I have the worst Microsoft camera over there. Look at that. It is just all washed out with white. It is fantastic. I love it. And over there, I have my regular device. All right. As the card says, this is an old card, by the way. I've had this one for a long time. On the bottom it says "Side with the truth, and you'll always be right." But my name is Adam Josh. Welcome to the Morning Banana Show, number 126. Real quick, we're going to check the live streams over at the Ukraine. The place that's in the middle of a nuclear holocaust. As you can see, if you go check it out yourself, lots of green trees, traffic flowing. I'm looking at it right here. Blue skies, beautiful, peaceful, people waiting at a bus stop, guy on a bicycle, children walking on the streets. Yeah, and that's like 9 different places. There's literally a lady right there walking this way. All right, so yeah, looks pretty chill, looks pretty calm, a lot like out my window right now. But if you were to turn on mainstream news, it's chaos and carnage and the end of the world, and Vladimir Putin is about to drop a nuclear warhead on the innocent Ukrainians who never did nothing to nobody. Send money. They say something like, what, $7 billion a day is the minimum what they're going to need. Jeez. Anyway, so welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I'm going to crack open a banana here. A lot has happened since the last morning banana show. My last morning banana show was number 125. I filmed it from home on Easter Sunday, and the kids wanted to kind of get in on it. So, you know, they're always excited about what Dad is doing. If Easter Sunday seems like a long time ago for you between morning bananas, I just got to say that I don't have any set schedule for the morning banana show, and that's what makes the vibe of the show the way it is. So if I had a set schedule, I feel like the shows would be less forced, more forced and less fun for me. And I don't like that because it's the morning banana show, something I'm doing anyway. But the actual video editing and uploading and all the stuff that you do after the show is recorded is a little bit much to have to do on a schedule for me because I have other things to do. Like, I don't know if you know this or not, but we manage 6 restaurants. And then this is not a restaurant. This is my Rust Jack shop, which we've had since 2012. Prior to that, it was a rust proofing place. We moved. We were over on a different area. But anyway, and then we have some other fun stuff that we do. I think the property management is the most fun. Here I am. It is 8:28 a.m. Still early. So Easter Sunday was a while ago, right? And I had the kids there. We were talking about eating vegan chocolate and including them in the festivities of the bunnies pooping out chocolate eggs, which is not reality, but sure. So we give them vegan chocolate. Shortly after that, I wrote a song called Bros Before Cookies. Desiree had stepped out to go buy groceries, and then I was recording and freestyling a song for the kids. And then later, I pieced it together what I had done, and then rewrote the lyrics. And this is the song. When it should be summer. You didn't have to ask me because I'm your dad. So it's a it's a song that you can find. It'll probably be the only song that is called Bros Before Cookies, just like it sounds. BROS Before Cookies by Adam Josh. Wrote it on piano. I put it on kids' YouTube because I did make it for my kids who are 8 and 11 right now. Birthday coming up for one of them. Yeah, so I mean, it's funny. I mean, you're talking to the guy who wrote and recorded the song. So I mean, you're free to use it. You're free to put it in whatever you want. I don't copyright my music for that reason. But I like to be able to give it away. See, I was a pioneer. And on the internet back in the early 2000s, and I was a pioneer, and I saw all this stuff coming from a mile away. For instance, when iTunes came out with their pay 99 cents for a song nonsense, I was like, nobody in their right mind is going to pay 99 cents for a song when every song that's on the internet is free. Nobody's going to buy albums in the future. Bands will be releasing singles. New song here, new song there. They'll compile them together in an album, and maybe people will buy them, but there's not going to be any big money in the generation of artistic music. It'll be the shows and the merchandise. I knew that from years ago, just seeing how the trend was going. Here's something else that I knew. If you look at my pinned tweet right now on Twitter, March 26th, Mr. Elon Musk on the 26th had asked, is a new platform needed in relation to Twitter? And I wrote back to him, Twitter is a publicly traded stock. Buy up as much as is possible. Then go to some board meetings and let them know how things are going to be from now on. If they disagree, buy out controlling interest one by one. Many have tried and failed to make a comparable platform. And then I followed up with, on the same day, if you make a social media app, you could incorporate it into your vehicle software. You already have a share sketch feature built in. Your own social media would be a good logical extension. I'm sure a lot of customers would cross-pollinate. In the end, it's up to you. And then I left for about 2 weeks, and then I wrote back, Tweslax, merging Tesla, SpaceX, and Twitter, your transport of choice, constantly feeding you the trendiest thoughts from your personal bubble. Hashtag to the moon. I also followed up with, on the 19th of April, it's all going according to my plan. When the Twitter bid first went in around that time, and I wrote, thanks for coming to my TED Talk on April 4th and listening to my advice with Disclosed TV subtweet or quote tweet, new, Elon Musk buys $3 billion stake or 9.2% of the company. On April 4th, I wrote, spot the exact point, the exact moment that Elon listened to me, and you can see the Twitter stock price jump straight up. And then I wrote, followed up on the 5th saying, I'll see myself out with news, Twitter to appoint Elon Musk board of directors. We all know how that went. And I follow up, that he's savage. I have some video comments to follow up. Check it out for yourself. But basically on the 26th of March, I was advising, I'm not Elon Musk's advisor, by the way, but I was advising him, hey, if you want to take over Twitter, here's one way that you could do it. And here's one way that you could buy the company. And, look how it is now. So what am I? Am I a psychic? Am I a guy that a billionaire listens to? Or am I just dialed in? The real question is, as far as Twitter goes, is Elon Musk going to get Donald Trump to come back? Because Trump made his own social media platform in protest called, what? Trumpet or Truth Social. Should have been called Trumpet. The whole Truth Social thing or whatever. It's just dumb idea. I don't know who gave him that idea. Anyway. So let me tell you what I'm invested in now. I had Twitter stock when I was giving that advice to Elon Musk. And after I realized he was taking my advice, I sold quite a few shares of Twitter, which now I'm regretting. But oh well. I have some Twitter stock still, and I'll hold it until they pay me out the 54.20 or whatever it is. 54, yeah, 50.20. We'll see how they pay me out. I'll take it though, and that'll close my Twitter position. If you notice, we're going to talk stocks now for a bit. If you notice lately, it seems like the empire is striking back to Elon Musk's corporation as far as Tesla goes. You'll notice that there was a dip in the Tesla stock price. It was up at 11 US a share. Held down to, I think, the low of 860 or 870. I was even surprised. And that's what caught my attention. And there's a couple different opinions on that. One is that I think it was back in November, December, you see filings of Elon Musk selling his Twitter stock day after day after day to the tune of, hundreds of millions, if not $1 billion. Now it makes sense, although people didn't know back then what he was spending the money on. Why do you need this much money? Now it makes sense what he was spending the money on. I'm going to see if I can see the exact moment the exact times that Elon was selling. There are websites that you can look at to find these things out. Okay. There's a series. I'm talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, say like 20 different sale orders that Elon Musk started executing as of November 15th of last year. And he was selling, let's see, value. You got value and shares total here that I'm looking at. Value, 150 million, 780 million, 1 billion, 200. On November 12th, he sold $1,235,607,329 worth of Tesla stock. And how many shares was that back then? Let's see. Number of shares is here on the other column. 1,200,000, 1.2 million shares. These are astronomical numbers. I was trying to explain this to Desiree last night. Just that sale alone on November 12th. November 12th, Elon Musk sold 1.2 million shares for a value of $1.2 billion. Trying to wrap your head around $1 billion is insanity. And the fact that he executed or initiated a sale for $44 billion to Twitter, the existing company, is just mind-boggling to me. Now, at the time of March, when I was saying you should buy up all the Twitter stock and tell the board how it's going to be, I didn't know that he was selling in November 7th, November 10th, November 11th, November 9th. I didn't know this information. I looked it up after the fact. But I guess it wouldn't take much of a genius if you were tracking his Tesla share sales. You could have known what I knew in November, that he was going to buy something, but you wouldn't have known because all you see is, well, he's selling all these shares, and you would have been like, Elon, what's going on? You have every right to sell shares of your own company, but geez, millions of dollars worth? So, needless to say, for whatever reason, it could be because he took his own money out of the company to buy Twitter. It could be because major stakeholders have been selling Twitter, which we could also check while we're here, by the way, to see what has been causing the major dip in Tesla stock price lately. You might not be able to see it. You can see the CFO of Twitter selling shares April 12th, 5,000 shares, value of $200,000. These guys cashing out. That's funny as far as Twitter goes. Let's go back to Tesla real quick. This is all kind of boring to see. I'm just watching to see who sold and when. So we're at Tesla now. Yeah, and I'm looking at internal sales, when the people that worked at the company were selling. So lately, so on April 7th, the CFO of Tesla, Taneja, sold 5,700 shares for a value of $6 million of Tesla. I mean, would that cause a bit of a dip? I don't know. There's a bigger sale. Denholm Robin M., the director of Tesla, on March 1st, she sold 25,000 shares for a value of $21 million. So I don't know. If you're looking at stocks and wondering why they're failing or falling in price, you might be like, okay, well, are people in the company, are people, major shareholders, selling? And you would find, well, some are, yeah. So this is nuts. $21 million is a lot of money. So anyway, needless to say, there was a dip in the price, and I decided, you know what? I've seen videos of the Tesla Gigafactory in Texas, and I've seen the development in Shanghai. And if the stock price is dipping now, and these companies have just literally started production, the companies have literally started vehicles rolling off the production line, I think now is a great time to invest. So I bought up a few $1,000s worth of Tesla shares the other day. And that's kind of what I was getting at. And the other thing that I decided to get into was some penny stocks. Penny stocks are interesting in the sense that it's kind of like buying lottery tickets. I don't really want to say it is like buying lottery tickets because it's not. But with lottery tickets, your money's gone, right? With penny stocks, your money is still there and you can get it back. So let's see. MKD is one of those where right now I'm thinking MKD trading right now at this moment at 13 cents molecular data, and I'd like to see that at $1 or $2. Let's see. A lot of people have tried to pump this stock up and have not been able to do it. AGRX. Pharmaceutical company just had a reverse split. They're giving you 40 shares for one. In my case, I had 1,000 shares, not a lot, and they gave me 40. They gave me 25 shares, and so my portfolio was all over the place. Yesterday, it was like you're $5,000 up on this trade, and today I think it's gonna even out. But if you type in the ticker anywhere or you're following along, AGRX. Currently, it's $3.25. We've seen a bit of a spike. That's good. I mean, it was a penny stock beforehand, but after this reverse split, now it's basically $3.25. And they did that to be compliant with NASDAQ regulations, which say that you have to, when you have your initial listing, that you come on the market on the NASDAQ listing at $5 and post opening after that, you can remain as long as you're above $1. Now they were trading at something like 19, 20 cents. I don't want to get it wrong. Before the split. And then post split, 40 shares. They're exchanging you 40 shares for one. So they're taking, no, the other way around, a reverse split. They're taking one of your shares and giving you 40. I don't know if you understand what a reverse split is. I got a little tongue-tied there, but you're giving them one orange. They're taking your one orange. Other way around. You have 40 oranges. You have 40 oranges. I know what a reverse split is, okay? You have 40 oranges. Imagine 40 of these. They take all 40 and they hand you one juicier one. That's the point of a reverse split. I'm sorry that my analogies are not on point right now. I don't have 40 oranges, otherwise I would have showed you. Imagine you have 40 oranges lined up, right? They take your oranges, all 40, and they give you one. That's a reverse split. So it's not like you get less value overall, but people see a reverse split usually and they freak out. So it's called dilution, basically. They start diluting it down to zero. But anyway, it's at $3.25 right now. The stock had a little bit of a jump pre-market. So now I have 25 shares. You can do the math. It's not a lot. I don't have a lot of shares, but this is just my, I don't want to say play money, but it's the money that, these are, like I said, long shots. I had 1,000 shares, so I thought that was kind of fun, right? So 25 shares times 3.25. My calculator is not working. 3.25 times 25. 81.25 US. Woo! So you can see if I'm buying thousands of dollars worth of Tesla stock and investing thousands of dollars into the S&P 500, this stuff that I'm talking about, this stuff on the side that I do, is kind of just like for fun. Where else are we at? Twitter. So Twitter stock price, I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Twitter, I had some shares before. Elon Musk bought it. I still have shares. It's trading at right now at 48.91, and I think that the plan with Twitter, people who own shares, is that Elon Musk is going to keep a core group of like high-profile investors. I'm not eating this much right now. I was going to start eating it. High-profile investors are people that have like a large amount of the company to keep them on as private investors, and then the rest of the retail people like me, they'll just pay them out at $54.20 for every share that we have. So that'll be nice. It'll be a little bit of increase or a little bit of gains for me, but either way, we'll see what happens. I'm not too concerned about that. My biggest investment right now is Tesla, followed by the S&P 500. So as some of you may know, I index the core of my portfolio, but the problem with indexing the core of your portfolio in this last year, if you look at a zoomed out year-to-date version, if you look at a year-to-date chart of the S&P 500 from last year to this year, you've basically lost money. It's not even basically. Year-to-date, you're down 11%. So if somebody told you a year ago, hey, Warren Buffett, invest in the S&P 500 because you're guaranteed 7% a year plus your dividends and interest. Yes, I got interest payments. I had interest from the S&P 500 in my account. And sometimes it was $20, $30 a month. Sometimes it was more than that. But that's not why you're investing. It wasn't. I don't think the interest was paid out monthly, by the way, quarterly. If I had to keep track. My point is not about interest or dividends. My point is that down 11%. Is that why I'm giving the S&P 500 my money to be down 11%? Are you guys smoking crack? I could put my money in the bank and pay fees on it. So I took my money this last little while out of the S&P 500 and invested it into Tesla. I put money. Now I feel like we're at the bottom of a giant dip. If you look at the S&P 500, you'll see what I'm seeing. If you look at the year-to-date zoomed out view of the S&P 500, overall, you can see that it's down. And we're back to like, let's see right now. We're at 4,200. 4,200. We're at like May 2021 levels. So all the gains that you made from May 2021 till now have been wiped out because of this nonsense the last little while. So if you see a giant dip, even in the S&P 500, and you know that generally it trends up, like the S&P 500, if you zoom out and look at like a 3 or 4 year view or a 5 year view, you'll see that, okay, generally it trends up like Tesla. And so that's something that you want to be a part of, right? If you can afford it. And so, so I feel like it's at the bottom of a dip now, the S&P 500. If you wanted to get back into it, I feel like now is a good time. War in general is usually good for the top S&P 500 companies because they are war profiteers and sell war products like Boeing, like Northrop Grumman, Raytheon, things like that. So that has been the Morning Banana Show. I think as far as stocks go, that's really all I want to chat about. Follow me on Twitter, @AdamJosh.com. Check out the website, mindballs.org. I finished my banana. I thank you guys so much for following along. This is the song Smoke You Out by your boy. What else? I hope that you guys have a great day. I got to go buy some things for one of our restaurants, and then I have rust proofing tomorrow, and then I have to figure out how to get up to Brantford to do more repairs. It's always some fun stuff going on. Our ice cream restaurant is open. If you want to go check it out in town here, look me up. I'll give you the hookup for the ice cream. We have 2 vegan flavors. That's pretty cool. I've given it to my kids a couple times. Desiree's not much of a fan, but the kids like it. Mint Choco Chunk. Yeah. All right, everybody. Take care. Thank you for watching the Morning Banana Show. I'm going to end the live stream now. All right.